Right,
Thank
this
you.
meeting is being recorded. Anyone intending to make an audio or video recording of this meeting should notify the chair at this time. Roll call.
Ms. Bateman,
Missy, I here.
Aye, here.
Pat,
Here.
and Suzanne is not here. Okay,
Would anyone like to make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from April 7th?
I will make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from April 7th.
Second.
In favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, Missy.
Aye.
Missy,
We're
I.
gonna do a roll call.
Yeah. Missy, I.
Joe, aye.
Eileen, aye.
Pat, aye.
Vendor items, special permit application.
We do have a special permit application and I'll just go through it, to talk about it. So it's from the Hilltop and they are looking to request for a private event trade show on start time, trying to find, October 18th, which I believe is a Saturday. So and it will be an all-day event, and they are potentially looking, as of right now, they don't have a location where they want, what they're requesting, but I've been informed that it could possibly be a request of the whole property for parking. It's a Saturday, the 18th, for this big event. So I know Ken was gonna come, but I don't know if he knew the meeting was earlier tonight, so I did reach out to him, but I'm not sure.
Sorry, 18th of,
It's October 18th of 2025.
and
Uh,
the topic again, the name of the.
It's
event?
a description, trade show, it's called the trade show event slash private party marketing.
Pat, is there anything going on? at the Facility then? Is he frozen?
I think it's frozen.
Unless he's very, very good at staying still.
No.
Pat, we
no,
lost you.
there.
So October, I mean, it's a few months away, but
Were they,
without him here, I don't
Is
know.
this the one he came in to request before?
He requested the other one before for the food trucks, and then this one is being requested in addition to that. It's an event that was held last year and there
Yes.
were some parking problems. So they're requesting, I think, potentially to use the whole property, and then we would have to figure out a fee for that. If we were gonna do that, and then we would,
So my
With that
recommendation
feedback.
is we table this to the next meeting.
for
Yeah,
June,
Yeah, that way we have Pat's input on it. Ken can be here to.
and this, I assume it's during the day, right?
it's during the whole, well, it says it
It's a
starts
whole
at
day.
6 o'clock, but it could affect
Football?
football and everything, yes,
Everything.
on that day.
I mean,
Sure.
yeah, I would put it off, and my only concern to Ken would be the
Oh,
parking
yeah.
and like how they're gonna handle that.
Okay,
And,
so we'll do that.
if football's got some big event, then it may not work
Yeah.
anyway.
They might be limited to their own parking areas.
Right, just, you know.
So our
it's in
biggest
Port
concern is
Bottom,
gonna be the parking
Last
concern.
parking. And access in and out too as well. I know, how big is it? Do you think they need police detail at that end unit where? you know,
I mean,
not
I think
on
that would
Bottle
be
Street,
the only, that would be a condition I think we'd have to.
And then would have to figure out how we would charge, like what would be the fee? Do we
Yeah.
charge it as if they're renting out all the fields, or do we charge it, because we don't have a flat fee to rent out the entire property, so that would be something to have to think about too.
How
And we
many,
have
how
no
many
idea.
total parks, sorry, how many total parking spots are there?
I'm not positive.
Because could you do it by parking space, just like you would anywhere else if you went into the city? Oh, no.
You could do it by the field.
That's what I said to him, I go, you might have to rent each
By the
field, but that
Field.
renting
Yeah.
each field from 6 to, well, technically 6 to 10 when we would be open, so for 4 hours for each field. But he said they would just refer that back onto the organizer of the event.
And we need to understand how big this is, right? I mean, are we talking 100 people? Or are we
It's a big
talking
event.
500, yeah. How many cars?
That's one that caused, we just had some
We had
conflicts.
issues with
We had
just the last.
conflicts last year,
Okay.
that wasn't included in this, so we'll
Okay.
table it to
Okay.
June and hopefully that will be,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, I think they.
They could
Have it
contain it to themselves and maybe find shuttles or something.
So we'll table that unless he shows up.
Okay.
So program updates, Brady wasn't able to be with us tonight, so just some things she left with me. Oh,
11:19.
I got.
There we go. I don't know what happened.
You were frozen.
We were frozen. We tabled an event.
The
That's-
October 18th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any information about it? I mean, I have information about the event, but from KYSO, it's a Saturday, I would think football or a bunch of, everybody would be in there. The request came as a potential request to rent the entire property.
Right. Did he give you a time frame?
All day.
It says event starts at 6 to 11, approximately 1,500 participants. But I'm sure they would be in there earlier to set up and everything like that, I would imagine, so. I don't have
6
that.
PM.
6 p.m. Yep, So
Gotcha.
they-
Okay.
so we're gonna table it in case Ken. Cause Ken, I don't know if Ken knew the meeting was at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock tonight.
I didn't realize it was 11, like, do we even have enough lighting in that parking lot for the 11 p.m. event?
I wouldn't think, we don't have any lights in there.
I don't know. I was thinking 6 a.m. Sorry, I missed the PM part.
Yeah,
Okay,
and 15.
I mean, yeah, we can't have them be in there, but our normal time is 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Or in there, so that's the other thing to think about, so I guess we just have some more questions for them.
For liability reasons, they could potentially rent the portable lighting.
Yep.
Right, that would at least take that off the plate.
Exactly, yeah. So.
Yeah.
So we'll wait till the next meeting then, if you don't have any other input, chat.
No, that's fine. We'll talk to Kenny more.
Okay. So a couple of just updates for program updates on behalf of Brandy. Grace Beach Park stickers currently, we've sold 355 residents and the 200 non-resident stickers. Once park stuff get down there, which we'll talk about in a little bit, I'm sure that will increase as well. Just we've got a lot of summer programs starting, not starting, but registration open, Dance for Fun, Summer Clinic. Fashion Club is on May 20th. We're doing 2 fly fishing activities with Captain Chris Ballerini. He's doing a fly fishing presentation for one, where he's bringing in some of his pictures and stuff. He was a guide in Alaska, and then he's gonna be doing an on-site day as well. So those are coming up, I think, next week and then a couple weeks after that. As a horsemanship clinic is still open, starts in July. KIS Lego Club starts May 1st. Technology Club is starting this week. Line dancing is starting this week. Little Sprout Summer Program is open. Pate Night is this week. Celebrating Moms, that was a good one. And then some of our summer things are Silver Lake Robotics Clinic, Baseball Clinic, Field Hockey Clinic, and then a summer STEM preschool program. So a lot of things going on, and registrations for the KRAC Connect program. All the full day are full, and then the half days are almost full as well, so that's going really well, and so that's that.
awesome.
So you want me to just go right on?
It's up to you.
So director updates, just general updates, CPC project updates, the well and irrigation project, everything looks like it's going really well. They're still in activation mode. Because they've had to come back a couple of times due to scheduling. Because we were booked so early in April, now they're trying to fit us in since they weren't able to do it at that original appointment. But everything's looking good. They're fleshing out a bunch of stuff. They have had to do some minor repairs, and then we just have to work with the electrician. We might have to change the speed of the motors and things so that we can do 2 zones at one. Right now, it's doing great with just 1 zone open at a time, so they'll be back next Wednesday. But everything seems to be looking really good, so that's great news on that. So the project's not closed out yet, but we're getting pretty close. The tennis courts, construction update, looks great up there. They did the asphalt. I think they're just waiting for that to cure, and I think then they'll be coming back next to do the surface with the material to paint it and line it and all of that stuff. So it's moving along pretty well, yeah.
Excellent.
So that will be complete by the end of this month. And then town meeting updates, as far as the rec department is concerned, the revolving fund was approved to stay at the level of the funds to revolve through that we've had last year, and our budget was approved as well, and actually everybody's budget was approved. So that's all I have. I don't know if there's any other updates, Missy, because I did have to leave earlier that you had that thought would be.
No, nothing that affects us, just that May 17th is election day. And, yeah, that was it really.
And Mr. Joseph Cunningham is
Yeah.
running up for
Yeah.
re-election, so.
Mhm.
get out
And our
vote.
Sampson fund was approved.
And
Sent
Sampson
him
Fund.
in at town meeting.
Yep.
Yeah,
Didn't have a 300th this month. So.
Oh, good.
there's nothing I can put back on that either.
Okay. That's kind of embarrassing.
Mhm.
Seasonal staff recommendations, so we're at that time where we've been doing some interviews, the application process, is, has moved along really well, and so we have some, really good candidates that we've interviewed so far, and it's exciting, we had a lot of, not a lot, but a decent amount of staff that aren't returning this year. So it'll be nice to get new people in, but, some really good candidates, some people, some actually, a couple of people that are a little bit older with more experience, another teacher coming in, and then also our assistant director, Kirsten Tanner, will not be returning this year. So that will be a loss for us, but we will figure out how to make it work.
she's been amazing, so we thank her
Yeah.
for everything.
She has been great. She's still gonna be helping us in a while, kind of through the planning part of it,
Mhm.
and will be working with us as much as she can for a little bit, so.
We'll be replacing her.
Possibly, we're looking at, Katie and I are talking about that and trying to figure out, we have some really great people in place and we're at such short, not short notice, but
Yeah,
and to pull somebody up and have to train somebody brand new right now, we're kind of looking at, is there ways to delegate some of the responsibilities that
for the
she had
area.
just for this year, since it's kind of,
Yeah,
in a
that makes sense.
transition phase where we don't really have candidate in mind, so, we may, but we're still kind of talking about, Katie and I will be meeting tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then so,
Would anyone want to make a motion to just approve the seasonal staff recommended by Sue?
I make a motion to approve the seasonal staff as recommended by Susan.
I'll second
Second.
All in favor? Roll call?
that. Eileen,
Missy, I.
Bad eye.
Joe, I.
thank you. Reed property updates, the outside waters were turned on. I may have already mentioned that at the last meeting. I couldn't remember. And so the property is looking pretty good out there. I know baseball started using it last week, so that was nice to see. And other than that, we're gonna do some additional cleanup. Our one contractor is gonna be doing some of the leaf cleanup that's in the corners of some of the field areas. And then he's gonna take a look at the back fence line. He did a great job last year cleaning that whole section up, so he might do that again as well. But everything here is looking pretty good, so I think that's really it. Grays Beach Park, the AED's on order. Rob was supposed to get an update from the fire department to see where the status is on that, so we can try to get that out there. Music nights are all in place. We've got all our vendors, everything's online. Brandy's been doing some Facebook events as well, creating those events for those different dates. So I think we're moving forward. We have 2 new vendors. Bees Ice Cream is gonna be doing the ice cream, and then Nor'easter Pizza. And then
Awesome.
Just the Dip will be back. Mom on the Go will be back.
And Bee's Ice
Um,
Cream is the one next to Stop and Shop.
Correct. Yep, they've got a truck.
Wow.
And then
It's
42nd
exciting.
through.
Great.
Will be there.
sorry, what was the pizza?
Nor.
Oh, Nor'easter, that's right, that's the
Yep.
new one. That's right,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. Their partnership with Wade
Yep.
Porto.
Great.
So that's excellent. One of the things we have some extra T-shirts hanging around from past summers.
Yeah.
So, one idea that Deb had, which I thought was a good idea, and I have to look into a little bit further, but to maybe bring some and distribute them at the music nights.
Great
And then
idea.
maybe have a donation thing there if people wanted to donate either to our scholarship
Mhm.
or financial aid fund and then maybe do a different one each time. Maybe
Yeah.
we do one for the animal control or
Yep.
things like that. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
I thought that was a great idea.
That's
So we'll
awesome.
see how many we can get delivered and transported down there as well. So
Do you need a QR code for your
I was
scholarship
gonna
fund?
say, or do we
Uh,
take Venmo?
we don't take Venmo, but
I can QR code the link to the scholarship fund or to whatever event
Yeah.
that day,
yep,
like, and I know you'll.
they could do that as well. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that would be great.
Okay,
It, I think it's still on the website on the homepage, the donation thing. If it's not there, let me know.
I will. We'll
Um,
just need a frame or
Yep.
a plastic, whatever you
Yes,
want to put it in.
yeah, that's the best thing.
Yeah.
And then Missy and I are starting to work on staff scheduling. All of our park staff are returning, which is great, so we don't have to hire anybody there. And then Deb, I know, it's nice to have a full staff. Deb will be working with us a lot down at the park as well. She helps manage and support the music nights, and then she's gonna also do some weekend oversight. For us as well with some of the park staff, but we're gonna start Memorial Day weekend, and then is the availability allows for the
Mhm.
park staff, we'll try to fill in every day, or that's when we'll kind of start full time with them, if we have availability, and if not, we'll pick and choose based off of activity down there, based off of people's availability.
Awesome.
So that will be exciting. That will be happening soon. And then also we'll have the access map reinstalled sometime by June. And that's it. I think on Grays Beach Park.
Just a quick question, really for me. Do they know where they're gonna put the AED yet?
We
Or
talked
the-
about doing it by the shed and
We
by the
did,
tennis
okay.
court. Yeah. I think
Okay.
That's where we'll.
I just
we'll
wanted to
install.
mention it at a meeting, that's all.
Yep.
Okay. And we have to do the first aid kit too. Maybe we can ask, the fire department to take a peek at what's in there. Sure. If you guys can fill it or whatever.
Yeah, I'll have to look at what's down there.
Okay.
See what's there. We will be doing our full first aid soon anyway, to determine what we need here as well. So we
Okay.
can add more supplies if necessary.
Okay. I'll grab that out of there. Bring it home.
So that's it at Grace Beach Park, athletic complex updates, KYSO updates. I don't know, John, the scheduling part has been great, so there's been a lot of support on the schedule. Everybody did great. We had some new people that came on board from KYSO that were really good with the scheduling part of everything. And then, part of that goes on to the turf management updates. Oh, well, actually, Pat, does KYSO have anything else? I know I'd reached out to John, but I didn't know if you had anything. from
No,
last-
just spring sports are in full swing right now with the schedules. The weather hasn't been very nice on the weekends. Already dealing with a lot of reschedulings and field closures for the weekends and stuff like that. But this past weekend they were on Rizzo. I was on it today and it didn't look terrible, so that's a good thing.
Great,
But
Great.
that's it.
good. So in the Rizzo field, they rested for the whole month of April, and then for the month of May, they're really, really limited their activity. They were great. Both lacrosse and soccer moved games off. They kept some games on that they couldn't. Our turf contractor recommended that we try to stay off for the month of May, but it's just really challenging. But they have been really supportive of trying to manage all of that. So that's been good. And then the irrigation, the well updates I just mentioned. So I helped to get them. I'll get a schedule. We have a more accurate schedule of the sports organizations, so that is helpful as well to kind of get that going and try to get more water down there than we've had in the past. And then the mowing update, our mowing contractor started last week or the week before, and since May is usually a pretty heavy growing season, they're gonna be coming twice a week for the month of May. They started today, I believe, so they're gonna be doing Mondays and Thursdays. And then I let KYSO know as well, because I know sometimes they line the fields, and then if they mow, then it gets really hot. So they'll know that Mondays and Thursdays is when the mowing contractor will be here. And I think that's all I have, except for next meeting, is June. Can't be the first two, because I'm actually gonna be not here on the 2nd and the 9th. I think Randy wasn't gonna be around or something, so we were gonna have to do the 16th if that works for people's schedules. And that will kind of be better anyway, because it will give us midway. What's the summer and we don't do the longest meeting. So I don't know if that works for people, June 16th.
I think it does for me. 6 o'clock regular time?
Yeah,
Five, okay.
6 PM, it's fine.
I did have a quick question about the kayak rack, only because I can't remember what we decided. I know there's kayaks already down there.
I was gonna try to make a sign that said something, so maybe we can talk about that,
Okay.
or maybe we can work on the language and say something, use at your own risks, like they have to be off.
Yep. We
Between
didn't want
such
to
and
go
such a
into
time.
registration or anything.
No,
We
we're
just
not
wanted
gonna
a
do
general
that.
sign, right?
I thought we talked about registration now.
Or
And we-
just knowing who they were on the rack. I couldn't
Yeah.
remember. Like what we
Like,
talked about.
we're just gonna gather
Get-
names,
get
like basically
information.
register to put your,
Yeah, so we didn't
at
do,
no cost, but.
yeah, I
Right.
don't know if we said we did say to put some sign or something like contact the rec department
Yeah.
if you're going to,
Yeah.
so maybe that's where we can put that language on the
Okay.
sign, use at your own risk kind of thing, and then
Yeah.
also please contact the rec department.
Yeah,
Your kayak.
just so that we had email information, so that we could
Right.
know if they need to be removed for weather
Hurricane,
related or whatever.
yeah.
I couldn't remember what we had said, so, okay.
Left behind.
We
No,
didn't have any left.
They
Oh,
did
okay.
all,
All right.
they did all get removed.
Yeah, they did, which was great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So next meeting, June 16th, 6 p.m.
Okay.
Awesome.
Anything else? I know it was a quicker, short meeting. Anything?
Might as well put meeting, we're really starting now.
Okay.
Wrap up now,
So add the 300 for the next meeting.
yes.
Okay.
Are you done, Joe?
What about?
No, let me think of a few more things for you, Pat,
Oh, actually, you
300th on the next meeting, on this one?
just for agenda items. for
Oh.
Next meeting for June 16th.
Just
Okay.
for Joe to give us an
Okay.
update on it.
Oh, and one update before that about the 300th, actually, there was a photographer that came in with, Chris Cooper and, Marianne Leone, how do you say her last name? They came in and took photos here, so that'll be part of the
Awesome.
300 thing. The photographer I actually knew years ago, different job before I came here. but,
Oh, funny.
It's kind of funny. Actually, he's the one who did all the pictures of the projector booth. up
Oh,
there
yeah.
At Newt.
Thank you. Yep,
So they came in and took pictures.
that's great.
Yeah, it was really nice, yeah. Really
We
nice.
have to meet
Good
about
people.
that too, you and I.
I know. We
Okay.
have to talk about that.
Yeah, they're like, on it.
We can talk about it a little bit after.
Okay.
Pat, you said you had something else, sir?
Yeah, Sue, I'll catch up with you tomorrow about conversation with Kevin Lyons.
Okay.
But other than that, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second,
All in
Thank
favor,
you.
Missy, I.
Eileen, aye.
Joe, aye.
Cat eye. Cat eye.